Good morning. Hello.
How are you doing today?
Yeah, fine, thank you. Fine.
How are you spending lockdown?
Well, we've done a lot of things around the house and decorating and whatnot, but lately lots in the garden and now harvesting results. Lots of cherries and strawberries and raspberries and salad stuff. So
Wow.
it's all good. Yeah.
Brilliant. So still
Very
finding
good.
it okay or had enough?
No, we're okay. I just feel for families especially. Yeah. With children not at school, not in the friends, I feel more for them really, because we're okay. Yeah.
Hazel, great. Could you share with us a bit of your story, where you're from, family? You mentioned what sort of any work you've done and so on.
Right. Yes. Well, I grew up in Swindon when it was a railway town, and when I was 18, I went to London to train to be a nurse. And after about 5 years, I came back to Swindon, met Pete, and we got married. And after a few years, we moved down to Plymouth. So we've been here 40 years altogether. And we had our family here. And I didn't work during that time for 12 years. But then as they got older, I was then able to go back to nursing at St Luke's Hospice for 18 years, which was good, very good. Retired about 10 years ago, and now there's always plenty to do and get involved in.
Thank you.
So,
and is Pete from Swindon as well, or how did you?
No, from Bath. He's from Bath, but he was working in Swindon, and that's how we met.
Have you got any Swindon Town football tops in the house?
Tops? No, not that ardent now, but members of the family are very keen Swindon Town. Yeah, so.
Good to hear. Good to hear.
They're doing well, aren't they, this season? Yeah.
Yeah. Top of the league. Yeah. Top of the league.
Absolutely, they've gone up. Yeah. I keep tabs on it. Yeah.
Yeah, well done. So what brought you down to Plymouth then?
Pete applied for a job with the council as a surveyor, and we'd always wanted to live by the sea, and so it all sort of tied in. Great. And we think of obviously Plymouth as home now, and had 2 of our 3 children here. So very settled here, and it's great. It's got everything really, hasn't it, Plymouth?
Yeah, it's brilliant.
Sea and the moors and whatever. Yeah, it's good. And of course, we're a holiday spot for the families to come, and the children.
Yeah, it's a good place to have people over to, isn't it? Yeah. Yes, as long as it's not raining.
That's right. Yes. Yeah.
Brilliant. Hazel, we're thinking this morning about getting over the line, about coming from somebody who's not committed to Christian things to actually kind of saying, yes, this is where I'm at. I'm up for it. Could you share with us a little bit about how you came to make a decision to follow the Lord?
Well, I think I grew up in a Christian family, and we always went to church on a Sunday. It's what we did. And I was about, I suppose, 11 when I joined the church family on profession of faith. I suppose the equivalent of confirmation. This was in the Congregational church, and really, I've sort of been there ever since. But I wouldn't say faith is always easy, and wax and wane, and sometimes things seem a bit difficult. Other times, faith does seem easy. And I think it's always been. I've always had an awareness of God, not only through creation, but what Jesus did. Yes, I've always been aware. So even when things haven't seemed quite so easy, and you start trying to be logical, perhaps, and you think, no, it's faith. You just have to accept and believe, and things fall into place more. Then I think. So
you were happy to be counted in from early days, and you've kind of stuck with it from there.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, so always have, and if I've had a period when I haven't, say, been able to go to church to worship for whatever reason, it really seems an emptiness. And I think coming back, you think, oh yeah, you're sort of coming home, and this is how it should be, and this is where I should be. So there's always, and I think, God never lets us go. He's always there, even if we're not responding. He's there, and he's there when you get things in line again.
Oh, brilliant! And we're so pleased you're part of the church family. It's so great to have you as one of the team.
Oh, thank you. Yeah.
Is there a particular sort of part of the Bible that's helped you over the years, or is helping you at the moment? What would you go for?
Yeah, I must admit, I do like Proverbs. I think they're so down to earth, so sensible, and some of them make you smile. There's one proverb in particular, I ought to have the words, but it says something about the glory of the young is their strength, but the glory of the old is their grey hair. That just makes me laugh. I think, well, but yes, Proverbs. And I suppose the Gospels. The particular verse that I come back to is from Psalms, and just one line. It's "Be still and know that I am God." And I must admit, I have a job having the words sometimes to pray and trying to say things, trying to put it, and I come back to that. Just be still, and I think God knows what I'm trying to say. And perhaps you're tired and your mind wanders, but He knows. And I think it's Him saying, "Be still and just be," and that I find a tremendous help.
Oh, thank you. That's really helpful. Great. Hazel, thanks so much for sharing with us today. Mm-hmm. Is there a particular hymn or song you'd like to be included in our service?
I think my very favourite song is "Brother, Sister, Let Me Serve You." It's called the Servant Song, and I think, I find just being alongside people is so important. Through my work at St Luke's, you were alongside people going through very, very difficult times, to just be there, and that is a witness in itself. Because I always thought, well, God is in whatever situation, in suffering and end of life, He's there, and it's just being there and being aware. But also, the first two lines of song is, "Brother, sister, let me serve you, let me be as Christ to you." The second half it says, "Let me have the grace to let you be my servant too." And I think we can sometimes just be trying so much to be alongside, doing, helping, that we need support too. And it is a two-way thing. So yes, it means a lot. Yes. And I think the middle verse, it's, "Let me hold Christ light for you in the night time of your fear." And for people who are going through traumatic, and we all do at any time in our life, we just need someone there to hold the Christ light, just to remind them, that there is hope. And particularly now as well, with what's going on, there's always hope. And I think God gives us hope.
Thank you, Hazel.
And also, Jesus said to serve one another, didn't He? He said, "When did you see me naked or hungry or ill? And as much as you do these things for other people, you do it to me," He said. So that's almost, the crux of my sort of faith and being. Yeah.
Brilliant.
Hence the song.
Thank you, Hazel. There's loads there for us to chew on and take away. Thank you. Is there anything you want to add to say to everybody while you're live on air? Well, not live, but on air.
I think, well, I'd just like to say how I came to St Matthew's. When we came here, I went to all the churches in the area, and when soon after we moved in, I was in the front garden, and a nice lady came along. She's giving out flyers for the harvest service at St Matthew's, and we talked a bit, and she said, "Well, why don't you come along?" So I did the next day, and there was such a welcome there. And that lady actually was Jane Sibbald. I don't expect she'll remember it. But I thought, well, her coming along and giving, a flyer out, she's putting through the doors. And when I came, I found there was such a commitment to children, to children's work and the future. And I thought, I'd like my family, to be brought up here, which they were. And I think it still continues. such an emphasis on young people. It's so important for them, and especially now when, you know, it's quite unusual for children to have any teaching. So yeah, so it's still carrying on, I think.
Brilliant. Thank you for sharing that as well.
Okay.
Bless you, Hazel. We'll see you when we see you.
Right. Okay.
Thanks so much for sharing with us.
Okay.
Bye for now.